In today's video, we bring you a heartbreaking moment that shook the royal family to its core. Princess Charlotte, known for her poised and confident demeanor, was seen in tears as her mother Kate Middleton revealed a deeply emotional and personal message from Queen Elizabeth II's last wish. What did the Queen ask for in her final moments, and how did it impact the young princess? Stay tuned as we uncover the touching details that have left the world in awe. Do you believe the royal family has such emotional moments too? If yes, leave a 1 in the comments. If not, comment 0. Enjoy the video and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to support the channel. Recently, an important change was approved among the states, with a queen as the head of state agreeing to adjust the succession rules within the royal family. As per the new rules, if Prince William and Kate Middleton have a daughter, she will become the next queen of the United Kingdom. This is a profound change reflecting progress and openness within the royal family. Princess Charlotte, with her exceptional leadership abilities, moved the public when Kate Middleton shared Queen Elizabeth II's wishes for Charlotte's role within the royal family. Upon hearing this, Princess Charlotte was brought to tears, touching everyone deeply. This was a truly emotional moment, and together we will explore the significance of this change for the royal family. Since the Succession to the Crown Act was passed in 2013, significant changes have been implemented. Previously, younger sons were given priority over daughters in the line of succession to the throne. However, with this change, every child now has an equal opportunity with no gender discrimination. This helps create a more peaceful and equitable future for those who will inherit the throne. The farewell ceremony for Queen Elizabeth II in September 2022 was an emotional event. Princess Charlotte, at just 7 years old, displayed remarkable composure and deep respect. Not only did she walk solemnly behind the Queen's coffin, but she also wore a horseshoe brooch in remembrance of her great-grandmother's love for horseback riding. This brooch was a gift from the Queen to Charlotte, symbolizing the deep family bond between them. After King Charles III ascended the throne in May 2023, the monarchy entered a new chapter. Princess Charlotte, the daughter of Prince William, will be the heir to the throne following her grandfather, King Charles III, her father, Prince William, and her older brother, Prince George. Charlotte's position in the line of succession is determined by the order of her birth, not by gender, which promises her a bright and promising future. Compared to Princess Charlotte, Princess Anne went through difficult times being ranked lower in the line of succession to the throne simply because of her gender. Despite being the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II, Princess Anne had to accept standing behind her younger brothers in the succession list. However, the changes in succession rules have created opportunities for female members of the royal family, marking significant progress toward gender equality within the monarchy. Princess Charlotte is a symbol of change and progress within the royal family. She is not only an heir to the throne, but also a strong and promising figure. The British monarchy is gradually adapting to the modern world while still preserving its important traditions, and Charlotte is a key part of that evolution. The process of succession to the throne in history has always followed a clearly defined pattern. The throne is passed to the eldest son of the heir, then to their descendants, and if necessary to the siblings of the heir. However, these rules remained unchanged for a long time until the Succession to the Crown Act of 2013 introduced significant reforms. One of the major changes was allowing those married to Roman Catholics to remain in the line of succession, while also removing the requirement that the sovereign must have a connection to the Church of England. Princess Charlotte, the daughter of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, is a perfect symbol of the blend of tradition and modernity within the royal family. She not only represents a shift in the way succession is viewed, but also embodies the acceptance and preservation of the royal family's traditional customs while safeguarding the importance of the British monarchy. The public's interest in Charlotte's growth is understandable, as many expect her to play an active role in public events and charitable work, just like her parents. Princess Charlotte is not like your typical princess. She displays remarkable confidence and charisma. Not only is she a protector of herself and her siblings, Prince George and Prince Louis, but Charlotte also demonstrates empathy and resilience in a tech-driven society. She has learned through educational apps under supervision to safeguard her privacy, all while leading the royal family in a new way, applying contemporary values to her royal responsibilities. One of the most touching moments was Queen Elizabeth II's request to meet with Princess Charlotte as she wanted a private conversation with her. This was not a grand royal event or a public speech, but a one-on-one chat between the Queen and her granddaughter at Balmoral Castle, where the Queen enjoyed peaceful summers. A special tea was prepared for the two of them, and no one else was present. The conversation lasted about 20 minutes, brief, but deeply meaningful, leaving a lasting impression on the Queen. When Princess Charlotte visited the Queen, she was given a sealed envelope bearing the royal crest of Queen Elizabeth. This envelope was meant to be opened only when Charlotte felt ready. Although no one knows exactly what the letter contains, a royal assistant confirmed that only the Queen knew its contents, and it may hold an important message specifically for Charlotte. This is a spiritual gift, a lesson that could help Charlotte as she grows and gains a deeper understanding of her role in the future of the monarchy. The meeting between Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Charlotte was not just a simple royal event, but symbolized something much deeper. It was not only a farewell, but also a milestone marking the delicate transfer of a bond, a duty, a legacy within the royal family. A private meeting with no one else present, no advisors or cameras, just the Queen and Charlotte. Though a small gesture, it illuminated many important aspects for the future of the monarchy. Many have begun to compare Princess Charlotte to Princess Diana, noticing similarities not only in appearance, but also in demeanor. Both share deep eyes and a gentle yet determined gaze. In the 1980s, when Diana felt isolated within the royal family, she had a private conversation with Queen Elizabeth. She shared her feelings of loneliness and being misunderstood, and the Queen listened without offering advice. It seems the Queen saw in Charlotte a part of herself, qualities she once had in her youth. The meeting at Balmoral between the Queen and Charlotte was not just an ordinary conversation, but a transfer of affection and legacy. Queen Elizabeth II entrusted Charlotte with a letter, the contents of which remain unknown to anyone. Some within the palace believed this was an opportunity for the Queen to right the wrongs of the past and impart an important message for the future. Though not public, this gesture carries a profound message of sincerity and legacy. Queen Elizabeth decided to choose Charlotte over Prince William, Prince George, or even Princess Anne. This choice came as a surprise to the public, but it held deep meaning for those close to the palace. The Queen saw in Charlotte the same qualities she had as a young woman: calmness, sharpness, and a deep understanding of the world around her. Elizabeth had once been a young girl who never expected to become a ruler. But her life changed when her uncle abdicated and her father became king overnight. Similarly, Charlotte may not expect to carry such a heavy responsibility, but she possesses the qualities that will enable her to do so in the future. Princess Charlotte has already demonstrated maturity and exceptional leadership abilities from a young age. She not only displays politeness and sharpness, but also possesses a keen sense of understanding and observation, often beyond what she outwardly shows. The Queen has noticed these qualities in Charlotte and believes she will be a worthy heir. The British monarchy is at a significant crossroads, and Charlotte, with her character and composure, could very well become a leader who helps the monarchy navigate the major changes ahead. Princess Charlotte not only resembles Queen Elizabeth in appearance and behavior, but also in spirit. She embodies the readiness, quiet strength, and sense of purpose that Elizabeth herself exhibited. Queen Elizabeth understood that her reign was coming to an end and realized that the future of the monarchy was not just about determining the heir to the throne. She recognized the importance of the younger generation, and while Prince George will ultimately become king, the Queen believes that Charlotte will inherit another valuable trait: the ability to sift through distractions, recognize what truly matters, and know the right moment to act or exercise patience. At Balmoral, the Queen's beloved retreat, a special event took place. A letter was written not as guidance or instruction, but as a personal message conveying wisdom. This letter did not discuss titles or rules. Instead, it contained a profound message for Princess Charlotte. Privately given to Charlotte with no ceremony or cameras, it was a quiet moment shared between a great-grandmother and her granddaughter, where deep emotions and connection were conveyed without the need for words. After the Queen's passing, attention shifted to London, but amid the formal ceremonies and somber atmosphere, something remarkable occurred. Princess Charlotte attended the funeral dressed in black and wearing a hat similar to Queen Elizabeth's. Though saddened, she did not express it through tears or seek attention. Instead, she walked with solemnity. As she approached Queen Camilla, a special moment unfolded between them. Charlotte and Camilla's gazes met, and in that brief moment, a deep understanding passed between them without words. Charlotte, who had received the Queen's letter earlier, knew better than anyone the power and the tension that royal roles could carry. After the funeral, life went on as usual, but Charlotte felt different. She was no longer just an outsider. Now she had naturally and effortlessly become part of the royal story. People had loved Charlotte from the moment she was born, not just because of her cuteness, but also because of her ability to form strong connections with those around her. She didn't need to force anything. She simply blended in with others effortlessly. Although Charlotte is often seen waving to the crowd and displaying confidence at public events, palace staff have noticed something unique and remarkable hidden beneath her charming exterior. Despite her young age, Charlotte possesses a special talent for perceiving and understanding things that others might overlook. One of these is her relationship with Camilla. The young princess can see aspects that other members of the royal family may have missed, creating a difference in how she understands and interacts with other family members. Princess Charlotte stands out not only for her appearance and behavior, but also for her ability to understand emotions without verbal communication. She has an exceptional ability to assess situations and quickly respond to unspoken tensions, adjusting her actions quietly, demonstrating maturity beyond her years. Palace staff often gossip about how Charlotte constantly observes and pays attention to nonverbal cues, such as body language, eye movements, and nuances in speech. When around Queen Camilla, Charlotte is never rude or rebellious, but there is a noticeable distance between them. The young princess always waits for guidance when interacting with Camilla, and tends to stand close to her mother, Duchess Catherine, during public appearances. Every time Camilla enters the room, Charlotte appears tense and cautious, subtly observing her surroundings when no one is looking. Though no one has taught her to behave this way, she does so instinctively, perhaps due to the rumors she may have overheard. Although the royal family has made efforts to move past the past, their home remains haunted by the memories of Princess Diana. Even though Diana is no longer with them, she still resides in the family's spiritual home, evident in photographs, conversations about her, and the shift in atmosphere when her name is mentioned. Charlotte may not have met her grandmother, but she is aware of the love people have for Diana, and she can sense the change in the air when Camilla is mentioned. The warmth is replaced by caution and at times discomfort, something that does not escape Charlotte's attention. One quiet afternoon at Kensington Palace, Charlotte spoke up about her feelings toward Queen Camilla. When there were no public events, she surprised her parents, William and Catherine, by seriously stating that Camilla treated her differently when no one else was around. Charlotte candidly shared that on one occasion, Camilla made a hurtful comment about her father. William and Catherine, initially unsure of how to react, soon realized the seriousness of her words when Charlotte explained further. Some who are familiar with the palace situation believe that Princess Charlotte may have seen the letter written by Queen Elizabeth for her. The letter was given to Charlotte discreetly with no ceremony or grand announcement. Those closest to the Queen knew that it held deep significance. It's possible that the message in the letter made Charlotte feel a sense of duty to behave clearly and truthfully, to assess situations accurately when needed, and that this will be crucial in the future. After Charlotte shared her feelings, things began to change within the palace. William and Catherine became more attentive to their daughter. Palace staff were instructed to keep Charlotte close to one of the parents when she was near Camilla. This rule was not made public, but was enforced discreetly. These changes were not apparent to those outside the royal family, as the family is very skilled at keeping secrets from the public. Princess Charlotte has become involved in the internal workings of the royal family, reflecting her influence on decisions within the palace. Prince William and Duchess Catherine have created a warm home where emotions are shared and making mistakes is acceptable. This marks a significant shift from the strict upbringing of previous generations. William wants Charlotte to feel comfortable being herself and to express her thoughts freely. While she is still young, Charlotte is already confident in how she carries herself, showing kindness and curiosity, and understanding that a title is not as important as having a good character. What do you think about the change in parenting style of Prince William and Princess Catherine? Could Princess Charlotte be a new role model for the royal family's next generation? If you believe values like freedom and good character are important, be sure to share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more interesting royal stories. William is not just a father, but also updating the monarchy through the way he raises his children, helping them gain a proper understanding of the world. Meanwhile, Queen Camilla has had a unique journey joining the royal family. Unlike other royal members, she entered at the age of 50 when the public was not openly welcoming, and many held negative views about her. Camilla had to work hard to earn trust and build a character that is beloved by many. She does not seek to stand out, but instead chooses a discreet approach, following the rules without drawing attention. Camilla, once seen as far from the typical princess in a fairy tale, had to carve her own path. Through tireless effort, she has become a calm and respected figure alongside King Charles III. Her journey has been slow and measured, but Camilla has found a way to carry herself gracefully, subtly donning the crown. This proves her reliability, which has now become her greatest strength. Princess Charlotte has a unique perspective on the royal family, one that isn't shaped by old news or history. She looks at the present situation and acts based on her intuition. Charlotte isn't afraid to express even her smallest emotions, and even the most ordinary moments of being a little sister are noticed by those around her. For example, at Queen Elizabeth II's funeral, when her brother Prince George was reportedly teasing her, Charlotte reacted like any typical younger sister with a sharp look. However, a notable event occurred later when Camilla, standing nearby, appeared displeased and whispered to Catherine to take Charlotte away for a moment. This lack of sensitivity on a day filled with emotion surprised many, especially given the recent passing of Queen Elizabeth. It may have been a difficult and confusing moment for Charlotte. After King Charles III's coronation, Charlotte stood by her family and bowed to her grandfather. However, she did not do the same for Camilla, possibly because she did not pick up the signal or because she felt uneasy. Although Charlotte is often praised as a confident and graceful young girl, these small moments reflect a certain caution and distance between her and Camilla. This is not dislike or conflict, but rather profound questions posed by the younger generation about roles and relationships within the royal family. Charlotte is still learning how to adjust her actions based on her intuition and perception, and these gestures do not indicate disrespect, but simply her awareness of the situations around her. Princess Charlotte may never voice her questions, but she is undoubtedly reflecting on what it means to be royal in today's world. Is it still based on tradition, or does it involve actions and the impact on how others perceive you? Charlotte lives in a royal family where she witnesses gradual changes that influence the way she views the world around her. In April 2025, Queen Camilla and King Charles made an official visit to Italy and the Vatican. This special occasion marked their 20th wedding anniversary and included a meeting with Pope Francis during a religious event. Camilla demonstrated calmness and respect throughout the trip, recognizing the significance of the visit and taking part in activities related to the Holy Year. It was the first time she stepped out from behind and confidently embraced her position. Camilla's story is one of adapting to a new environment and gradually gaining recognition within the royal family, where she was not warmly welcomed at first. She has become a calm figure, recognized and respected alongside King Charles. Although this process has been slow and discreet, she has proven herself to be reliable, and this reliability has now become her greatest strength. Although Camilla and Charlotte live in the same palace, each has distinct experiences. Camilla has grown stronger through challenges, while Charlotte was raised in an environment that allowed her to thrive without losing her individuality. However, everything changed when Charlotte overheard a conversation between Camilla and someone else about Prince William, a remark that made her start seeing her grandmother differently. One day, while the adults thought they were alone, Charlotte happened to be nearby and overheard some of Camilla's words. One sentence stood out to her: "Charles should stay king as long as possible. William isn't ready." Camilla's words struck Charlotte as cold and dismissive, though she didn't fully grasp their meaning. Later, when Charlotte shared this with her mother, Princess Catherine, her mother's calm response made Charlotte realize this was a more serious matter than she had thought. Catherine noticed the shift in the atmosphere and immediately sensed the weight of what Charlotte had shared. Camilla's words weren't just about William's future as a king. They felt personal. They suggested that someone close might not support the royal family's path forward. This led Charlotte to view Camilla in a new light, with a deeper understanding of her family and how things worked in the palace. As time passed, Charlotte began noticing things she hadn't before. Though Camilla appeared caring and affectionate with her grandchildren, smiling and holding their hands, there was always a sense of distance between her and Charlotte. It wasn't rejection or cruelty, but a polite, formal separation. At public events, Charlotte stayed closer to her mother, lacking any real warmth or connection with Camilla. Though these moments didn't show outright dislike or conflict, they revealed deeper questions that young people like Charlotte grapple with. Camilla's lack of closeness with her wasn't overt, but it was part of Charlotte's growing awareness of the royal family and its internal dynamics. The changes in her behavior reflected a maturing perspective as she began to process and evaluate her experiences. Despite the royal family appearing perfect in the public eye, photos of unity and happiness couldn't fully reflect the truth behind the scenes. Charlotte began to realize that these images only showed a superficial facade. She understood that within the royal family, there were hidden truths the adults rarely discussed. Charlotte gradually learned that what mattered wasn't the titles, but the genuine emotions behind the pictures. Though Camilla appeared calm and respectful in conversations with the royal children, Charlotte still sensed a distance between them. Camilla's attempts at small talk felt forced, lacking the playful banter or ease in her interactions with Charlotte, George, and Louis. Catherine, aware of the cautious dynamic between Camilla and her children, never pushed Charlotte to sit close to Camilla or suggested they spend time alone together. Catherine understood that trust couldn't be forced, creating a space where Charlotte could naturally express herself. One quiet evening, Charlotte told her parents, William and Catherine, that Camilla didn't want her father, Prince William, to become king. Charlotte recalled the conversation she overheard where Camilla said William wasn't ready and that Charles should remain king longer. As she shared this, the room grew heavy, and Catherine looked visibly pale. William displayed a range of emotions from shock to protectiveness. It was clear that Charlotte had picked up on the situation and grasped the gravity of what she had heard. The conversation between Charlotte and her parents wasn't about punishing her for eavesdropping, but about keeping her safe. What Charlotte uncovered went beyond a minor argument, revealing that Camilla might have a profound influence on secretive decisions. It was a reminder that in powerful families, truth can start as a quiet secret, but will eventually come to light, and Charlotte was learning to see that truth clearly. Charlotte was no longer just a girl in pretty dresses waving to crowds from the palace balcony. She had grown into a quiet listener and observer. Her small actions, like noticing shifts in the atmosphere when Camilla entered or picking up on hushed conversations, showed she was taking on a more significant role in the royal family. Charlotte not only saw things adults might overlook, but also understood emotions without needing words. The story of the Spencer tiara, the sparkling jewel famously worn by Princess Diana on her wedding day, stirred considerable excitement in the palace. Unlike the official royal collection, this tiara held immense sentimental value. Kept within the Spencer family for generations, it was reserved for significant family occasions. Now the tiara is to be passed to Princess Charlotte, Diana's first granddaughter, as a tribute to the aunt she never knew. Though many supported the decision, Queen Camilla was displeased with the news about the tiara. She felt that passing the tiara to Charlotte would symbolize a bridge between Diana's past and future, something Camilla couldn't fully embrace. Camilla had worked to establish her place in the royal family, but the tiara stirred unavoidable memories of Diana and her complex ties with the Spencer family. Camilla's reaction wasn't just about jewelry or tradition. It ran deeper, tied to something she had faced alone for a long time, the memory of Princess Diana. Diana remained a towering figure in the royal family and the public's eyes. Camila felt Diana's legacy loomed large, easily perpetuated through potent symbols like the tiara. Charlotte, inheriting it, seemed an inevitable step in preserving Diana's legacy, something Camila had yet to fully reconcile with. Though young and without an official role in the monarchy, Charlotte was emerging as a key figure in the royal family. No grand speeches or ceremonies marked this, but her presence was growing stronger and more noticeable. She had a unique talent for connecting with others, not through words, but through her actions and expressions. Small gestures like caring for her younger brother inspired confidence in the royal family's future, and Charlotte was increasingly seen as a model of compassion and optimism for a new generation. Queen Camilla has spent years carving out her place in the royal world, quietly working alongside King Charles and patiently supporting him through challenging times. She has focused on meaningful causes like literacy programs and aiding women in crisis, but has never fully won public acceptance. Despite her significant role in practical duties in the eyes of many, she still hasn't completely claimed the position she aspires to within the royal family. Though the public saw unity in the royal family through staged photos, the palace corridors were filled with unspoken emotions and unacknowledged tensions. Charlotte was becoming more attuned to what lay behind the smiles and formal gestures. She realized the royal family wasn't just about pretty pictures, but a web of complex relationships and potential threats from major decisions like passing the Spencer tiara to her. Despite her youth, Princess Charlotte has left a lasting impression on people. Each time she appears in a new outfit, her photos quickly spread across websites, sparking lively discussions. Charlotte doesn't seek attention, but she naturally becomes the focal point. Those in the palace acknowledge her unique quality, a subtle charm, and innate grace. This is part of who she is, and her presence radiates effortlessly, requiring no training or special effort. Since her birth, Charlotte has carried forward Princess Diana's legacy in her own way. While the family holds deep respect and affection for Diana, William and Catherine have ensured their children understand she was not just a royal figure, but a real person. Charlotte doesn't see Diana as merely a portrait or a name. She recognizes her as a vital part of her world. Family stories and videos about Diana have helped Charlotte grasp the importance of compassion and authenticity. Charlotte seems to embody Diana's compassion with a unique ability to sense others' emotions. If someone appears tired or sad, she notices immediately and offers comfort without prompting. Princess Catherine is guiding Charlotte to be thoughtful and empathetic while fostering her emotional resilience and compassionate leadership. Charlotte not only understands her role in the royal family, but also recognizes how she can positively shape the monarchy's future. A defining moment in Charlotte's journey to maturity was receiving a letter from Queen Elizabeth II at Balmoral. The letter's contents remain a mystery. Some believe it's unopened, others think Charlotte may have read it. Regardless, the letter symbolizes the passing of wisdom, trust, and authority from one royal woman to another. It marked a significant milestone for Charlotte, signifying the continuation of Diana's legacy and a new chapter for the monarchy. Princess Charlotte not only stays true to herself, but also inspires others with her authenticity, inner strength, and composure. Though Camilla currently wears the crown, Charlotte's influence is growing, and she is emerging as a new role model for the monarchy. The public senses Charlotte's uniqueness. She doesn't need to perform or deceive. She presents herself sincerely. Her perceptiveness and listening skills make her a significant figure in the royal family. Princess Charlotte has brought a fresh breeze to the monarchy. Her honesty and composure inspire trust in the royal family's future. Charlotte doesn't try to replace anyone. She simply lives authentically in her role. She is emerging as a potential leader with compassion and a knack for forging strong connections in a royal family, often bound by protocol over emotion. With all the changes and development that Charlotte is bringing, do you believe she has the potential to become a great queen in the future? What do you think about Princess Charlotte's growing influence? Share your thoughts in the comments below the video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on more interesting videos. Make sure to click on the video displayed on your screen.